I got a quick question. Can you, about the late great Owen Hart, do you have any good pranks about him? Any good prank stories from the late great Owen Hart?
Well, Owen Hart was, as you know, a real rib artist. He'd have to go along with Kurt Hagen and Mr. Fuji, a couple of others in there, but Owen Hart could surprise a lot of people with his antics. We lost a great one there, and certainly way too early.
All right, another question?
Another great one I want to talk about is Andre. My question is, do you have any traveling stories with Andre?
Any traveling stories with the great Andre the Giant?
I've got a lot of traveling stories, but this is a family show. No, just kidding. Andre and myself had something in common. He had a great palate. He loved fine food. I think a guy that size would be eating at McDonald's and fast food joints and KFC and things like that. He was at the French restaurant with the finest food and the finest wine, I might add, too. And a lot of it. This guy drank 3.5 cases of beer in an hour and 45-minute trip in a car and didn't stop to relieve himself. I think that's pretty gutsy.
All right, another question over here. Come on, step up.
Any comments about Lord Alfred Hayes?
Any thoughts or memories of Lord Alfred Hayes, Gene?
Lord Alfred Hayes, one of a kind, great guy. The good Lord endowed his lordship, and he was quite the ladies' man through the years, but he was also a tough man in the ring. I missed him sorely. I worked with him in the AWA and also at WWF. Great guy and certainly a character.
Now, Gene, speaking of AWA and WWF, what was it like for you? How different were things when you switched gears and left behind AWA and went to WWF? What were the biggest changes in your life at that time?
Well, number one, I used to just walk out of my door on Saturday mornings, go to the television studio and start doing interviews. A little different when I went to WWF. I'd fly from Minneapolis to New York, drive to Allentown, Pennsylvania, Hamburg, Pennsylvania, Poughkeepsie, New York, Brantford, Ontario, and parts unknown. So I think that aspect of my personal life changed greatly. It affected my business in the Twin Cities. It affected my family life, but it was the right move, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
All right, we've got one last question here for me and Gene.
Gotta be.
Me and Gene, how you doing today?
Good. What are you, a doctor?
No, sir.
The hell you asking me how I feel?
How was your experience working on the movie Ready to Rumble?
Working on Ready to Rumble, the WCW movie.
Ready to Rumble, the movie? Piece of garbage. Or Shrek, if you're of the Jewish persuasion. Are you kidding me? They've got a septic tank company and they make a movie around it. Jimmy King.
Jimmy the King, that's right. I think he's at one of these tables, maybe. Gene, I want to thank you on behalf of all the fans for everything you've done for professional wrestling. You are forever linked to this business. Gene's going to be over at the wall there. Get up on your feet for the Hall of Famer, the legendary Mean Gene. But I tell you what,